Welcome, everybody. We're going to get ourselves a little bit more action here happening tonight. It is still Sunday afternoon, heading into the evening here. Things are going beautiful. Got all my kids off to work. Got a couple more phone calls to make. Approved all my time cards for all my employees. And yeah, other than that, off for the week. So yeah, hoping to get a few casts in here every couple days here if I can through the week. And yeah, keep it a little bit busy, keep some content coming. Hopefully it's enjoyable. Some good, some bad. But I throw them all up anyways after I've cast them. Like I say, some of the games are tough because there's not a lot happening. Other games are great and they kind of carry the flow. Anywho, let's introduce our players. Here is in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the Red Zerg being played by Chasun. In the upper right, or chasun, I guess, if there's no E, chasun, I always call it chasun. But anyways, in the upper right corner, it is our Protoss being played by Armin. Definitely not the first game I've had by chasun, so hopefully this one goes well too. His games are actually really decent. Not sure what his rank is, but they're in the they're definitely not bronze or silver, I don't think, but I could be wrong. Anywho, let's see what we get out of this. As we're getting an early expansion out of our Protoss Armin, it's looking like, or at least he's prepping that way. Scouting his way up here into the base. He's going to find himself a nice early spawning pool by chasing, so could see some little bit of early dogs heading out of here. We will find out. Armin, in the meantime, has himself his one gate and a cyber core. Pretty standard open, and I imagine the expansion is going to come quickly behind it. Chase, in the meantime, has got his expansion. There's the early dogs as expected. And yeah, he's going to pop him out there and see if we can do a little bit of early damage to his Protoss player, which he probably will be able to. Well, unless he gets, yeah, I think 6 dogs take out a Zealot. I'm pretty confident. So yeah, he may get a little bit of harass. Going to force his opponent to take his probes off the line more than likely if he goes right in there. We'll see what he wants to do. He's got himself the Overlord coming in. He's sending a string of dogs by the looks of it. Yes, he is. So we are going to put a little bit of pressure on here. There's the Zealot out, sitting in there as he needs to be. It's perfect positioning by the Zealot. And yeah, he's got it perfectly walled off. That's actually a pretty cool setup he's got going there. Unless he wants to get out of there, of course. Oh, Zealot's coming. No, he gets that. Very good play by Armin. Smart play. He knows exactly what he's doing with that Zealot. But the more these dog numbers build up, he's going to continue to put himself in trouble. As he might end up losing this cyber core. Still got a couple more dogs coming in. There they go. And is getting a second one. Hopefully he chrono boosts this second one out here. Or at least it's going to come either way. But he's... Oh, it was an adept. All right. Perfectly played there. That should hopefully phase this off for him. Or fend this off. But he does lose a cyber core in the meantime. Kind of shitty. Kind of shitty. Great play by Chasun. Actually well paid for did those dogs. As he's managed the macro on the back end. Has to have his expansion. Hasn't really done a ton of macro on the back end, I guess. I was thinking he would, but no, not a lot. So he does have a lot of dogs just going to hang out here. He's going to make a new plan. Does know his opponent has probably expanded early. Got to assume there's an expansion there if you can't see it. And you can't really see it, but he's probably got to assume that the opponent has the expansion sitting there. In the meantime, he does have himself double gate and a shield battery there as well, which will help him keep that defense up. There's the starport coming out. Beautifully done there by Armin. We're going to get ourselves some gas going for Chasun. And he's going to hang for a bit and kind of reevaluate life choices and see what he wants to do here. Early harass didn't quite work out how he planned, but getting rid of the cyber core, like I said, that's probably a win. We'd call that a win overall for the time it took. There goes our expansion as expected. Getting there almost done, probably a minute or two away. And we are getting ourselves a third expansion. Is Chasun. Well done there. Dogs will retreat back to their base. He does get himself a couple of depths down the map here, and they're going to harass a bit. They'll get one, they'll get two. Nicely done there. He's got a queen beat the shit out of him, but it ain't going to do him a lot of good because he's losing another one, and they are going to go into the super warp run mode, whatever the hell that's called. He's got himself another queen prepping for it, and he does hold them back. Does take out 3 more probes, though. Not too shy. Will probably give himself a few more kills here, too, with the probes if he target fires them. There's another one. There's another one. Yeah, not bad. 8 kills just by the one. Not sure how much the other one had, but well done there. Definitely harassed enough there, did Mr. Armin. And down here, Armin on the back end is going to go himself into the Oracle as well. And get himself another gate. Get himself a forge. Get himself his pretty standard builds to get himself going. In the meantime, we are going to get some more dogs out here. He's got quite a few dogs on the map now. The only shitty thing with dogs, when Protoss is walled off like that, you're pretty much never going to get through that wall. But if he goes into Banelings or something, then he's sitting good. We're getting metabolic boost out at the meantime. And there's our expansion. Number 3 is up now. And he is going to set himself in here and see what he can do with this. He's got nothing really guarding it now. He's got the Oracle out now, which is going to be a bitch if he finds where these dogs are, because he'll melt all them. There they go. They're going to head in here and see if they can snipe themselves another building. Hopefully the shield better, the pylon actually. Got himself a Zealot in there. He's got enough of them that he could slowly take down that Zealot. Yeah, see, yeah, shield battery really sucks when that happens. And there's a warping of an Adept, and that should, or Sentry, wow, okay, not going with the Adept, going with the Sentry. And that'll put out the nice little force field, beautifully done there. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything with these dogs, no. Just too much of a wall there, too much planning. There's nothing that he could really do to get through that. He's going to have to tech himself up here and, yeah, figure out what he wants to do. Once Metabolic Boost is done, he hasn't really teched anything in the background. Yeah, there's not a hell of a lot going on. His macro's all right, sitting on 3 base, but he's got nothing he's going into. So, yeah, we'll see. Not sure what Chasen's plan is. Poe, in the meantime, does get himself that other Oracle. We're going turrets now because he knows the Oracle's there. Get himself another shield battery. Get himself some upgrades at the same time, too. That's the same Oracle, actually. He's going to get himself a free Overlord kill. There goes that one. And, yeah, he's got to get some sort of other units out here other than these dogs. It's still just dogs and Oracles there now. Thank goodness for the Queens, though. Queens will definitely disperse with the Oracles. Plus, when these turrets come up here, I don't think the Oracles are going to do a hell of a lot. And he's going to melt off this little thing here, which is a... oh, he's putting a stasis ward. That gives him vision, I think. Yeah, so it just got to... and blocks the expansion as well. So, yeah, that'll help him out a little bit. In the meantime, we are going into some roaches. So we will see some roach action come on here. We're going to look a little bit roach and a little bit of dog. Down at the other end here, he's getting himself some speed lots by the look of it. Is getting himself a level 1 melee weapon and are going heavy on the gates now. Here we go. Gate. Gate. Another gate. Lots of gates. We got 4 gates there. 5 gates right there. 6, 7 gates altogether. Not too shabby on 2 base. That's a pretty good count. Couple Oracles now. Now you can get a little bit of harassment happening because I believe these things can start banging on Queens if they want to. So let's see. Or at least solo Queens. He's found himself an entry point. He's going to think about it just for a little bit. Roach Warren is down now, so we could start seeing some roaches start pumping out here. There goes another turret. You better get in there now if you're going to do it. Doesn't like that point of attack. Takes himself too many turret shots. Not good at all. Does have to back himself off. Sorry about that. That is my dad calling. I will phone him back here pretty soon. I tried to get a hold of them earlier, but they didn't answer, so I'll give him a shout here right after I finish this game here. And there he goes, and another Queen. Beautifully defended by Chasen. All of his bases well defended from the Oracles, and that's basically why he did all that. He knew Oracles were on the map, and put the turrets down, made sure the Queens were in position, and Oracles become a big waste of money. And there we go. Ding, ding, ding. Warp cycle has happened. We do have our Zealots in here, and they are going to be speed lots very quick. Ground level weapon number 2 coming in, so it does look like he's going to go pretty heavy on the speed lots, and they're going to move themselves out here. He's seen what he needs to see at the other end, I think. That makes him pretty happy. There's the roaches down finally, so the roaches are in position, and we do have ourselves another expansion coming for Chasen. Opponent is not actually going to move out. He's going to move out partly out of his base, but not going to fully commit to anything. So they're both going to just sit back for a bit here. A lot of macro happening for Chasen, but we're getting a third finally out of our Protoss here, out of Armin. So that'll at least help him keep up with his Zergings. I always feel you should be at least within 2 bases of a Zerg in order to keep yourself competitive, especially as Protoss. Maybe not Terran, you can probably get away with even another less one if you really want. There's another warp cycle coming in. Wow, heavy on the speed lots. Holy shoot. 12, 14 speed lots on the map altogether. We're getting ourselves, oh my goodness, are we getting ourselves some Archon action too? Not too shabby, that's cool. So some Archons out here, some Zealots out here. Archons can at least help with the air. There's some more Templars coming in. They'll turn into Archons as well. Yeah, he's going actually Archon speed lot. Oracles are just there because they didn't do what they wanted to, so they're just kind of in the army now. In the meantime, we're going heavy Roach. Yeah, could be interesting. Both going to counter each other pretty good. There's another hatchery to help with units. And a lot more roaches up here just to guard everything up here. Opponent is finally moving out. Oh, scratching the back of my throat. Here he comes out here. Let's see what he ends up doing. They caught him in the back end. And there he freezes them all. Sucker. He didn't want to lose this Archon. So Archon to get up with the rest of his army here. They're now standing right in where the Zerg can see him. So he's got to make a move now. He's got to figure out what to attack. Here he goes. They're spreading out pretty good. And yeah, he's got to get all these guys in on these roaches. These roaches are going to go town on him here. Speedlots are trying to get in there. Ding, ding, ding. And they're going to, yes, look at the splash damage on that. They're going to start melting all these roaches quite easily, quite handily, might I say. There's another group, though, and they'll save the day, probably. Using beautiful force fields. Man, holy shit, Armin's got his shit put together, I'll tell you that right now. Looking beautiful. He is going to end up losing most of his army, but he will take out what Protoss had to offer. And, yeah, easily. So we'll take out the Protoss army. So Protoss is going to have to rebuild. They're getting some more speed lots out here. There's the rest of them over there. They're going to end up going down. They do end up taking out a few things anyways. Not quite everything they would want to, because it looks like Chasun probably came out ahead there. Yeah, definitely I would say came out ahead. He's going to push himself. He feels that far ahead now. So he's going to get back down to the other end. There's some more turrets coming down as we get some spine crawlers out. And yeah, he's going to push himself right in there and see what he's got left for an army. That'll at least give him enough information if he wants to engage it. Yeah, Zealot's getting out of position. They'll get back into there. Still continuing to push himself up there. It feels pretty good about his roach combination here. And there they go. They're going to try and melt what they can. I don't know if this one's going to go as well here. I think he may end up losing his whole entire army here. That is a lot of Archons to deal with. And they'll end up melting everything quite handily. So both these guys got to kind of reevaluate. Both pretty even right now. Nobody really getting ahead. Nobody's really dinged off a lot of production buildings. Going to get himself another shield battery here. A couple shield batteries. Get himself some cannons as well. Yeah, not looking bad. We are getting ourselves our level 2 and level 3 upgrades from our Zerg unit here. Mr. Chasun, so that's not looking too bad. We'll see what he ends up going with here. If he's going to tech out of roaches, probably at some point, I might imagine. Currently, nothing. He does have himself a Hydralisk den, though, so he is going to push into Hydras. But other than that, he just got his roaches hanging out here. They should be able to maintain, like I say, they're both even, so it's not like anybody's well ahead of the game here. There's Overseer just floating himself through the base here, getting dinged off by the random cannons. And he is going to push himself a little bit more. The roaches are coming in one more time here. They're going to look at a different angle, different area, see if there's any other expansions around there. Does see nothing right as of there, but does have a huge army up ahead here if he decides to go. That's a lot of Archons there. 6 Archons in that one. That's a little bit scary. They'll splash damage the shit out of roaches pretty good. So we'll see where he goes with this. Sell some more spine crawlers out there. He is really turning up heavy. He is chasing. Getting some dogs out too. Why not? Speedlot's zipping around the map, going around the outside, trying to figure out what they want to do. And there goes a whole big warping of Zealots here. Getting to get some more Speedlots, some more. He's keeping it pretty even with the Archon to Speedlot ratio. And does get a little bit of attack down here. Zealot's going to town here. He's got the old Queen stuck and frozen, and will probably get himself a kill of this hatchery, because I don't think anybody is going to make a move on it. So he will give up that hatchery. It's another $300 down the drain. Pretty sure that thing's $300. And there it goes. Well done. Shows what you can do with 4 Speedlots whipping around the map. Look good there. It is engaging up top here. He does have the high ground, does Armin, but he's not moving the other Archons in. He's got to get at least 1 or 2 more Archons in there for the splash damage. They will hold that ground quite easily, especially being on the high ground. And there he goes. Does chase out Chasun. Chason's going to retreat smartly, I was going to say. That's not even a word, but yeah. Smart move by Dissing. No, he's like, forget it. I don't know if this is to sacrifice or if he's got a plan here to distract him. But yeah, he's decided, all right, he's getting out of there now. Speedlots, more, another group in here, zipping around the map for Mr. Armin. He is fighting a spine crawler down here. And that Zealot will be at loss. Up here we are going to go, yeah, getting ourselves, is it our level 2 or 3 ground? Oh, boy. He's getting the big guy. I can't remember what the fuck these things are called. They're the ones that shoot those big fireballs out that explode those. So that'd be pretty nice. Speedlot's get in there, give himself a few more of these drone kills. That doesn't really help him too much, but why not? Nothing else there for him to get at. And there's way too many Zerg units to even handle. So yeah, we'll see a little bit of that. Here we are, upgrades like crazy. More shield battery. He's got more shield battery he knows what to do with. Yeah, both these guys standing pretty even still. Pretty even. Not sure what we're, other than the Hydras. And I don't really know if do we have any Hydras on the map yet? We have the Hydralisk den going down. Not sure if we have any Hydralisks on the map, though. Because I'm kind of curious if we're going to tech out of these roaches and tech up into something else. But more expansions come down. The macro game looking good for chasing. And there goes their cannon there. Sell some more Archons. Get ourselves some more shields. There's the Hydra starting to be built. Getting burrowing technology as well. Looking at some lurkers or something coming up here probably. Let's see where we end up going. There's the big ball guys, disruptors. That's what they're called. Those things are cool, so he's mixed a couple of them in the army. The big army of chasing of roaches sitting down here. We'll see what they want to end up doing here. If he is going to push up that ramp, I'm probably not going to recommend it. But we'll find out. It's a pretty scary looking army. He's pushing it. They're going to go to town as best they can. There goes the big fireballs going down. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and those are a game changer. Yeah, he's going to lose that army quite handily, I would say. I would say he came out a little bit behind in that one for sure. All right, looks like 127 to 97. Our first little bit of a lead we've seen, but chasing. Look at how quickly he gets back up there. That's a lot of hydras and a lot of roaches coming up here. He's getting himself this spell right here. I'm sure it's a good spell. I'm not entirely sure what that spell thing is, but it's going to be good. Probably extra energy for something, I would imagine. In the meantime, we'll see where we end up going here as we're both even again. That's all it took. It is fascinating how quickly you could regain your army when you have that good a macro in the background. Right back up to 150. He was down 30. Boom. Right back even again here. Hydras are now getting in on the mix, so that'll help quite a bit. And like I say, our Zerg of Chasing has all the upgrades he needs. Both these guys have upgrades pretty even. Level 3s are coming down for Chasing now for the upgrades. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. Protoss sitting on the 4 base. They're sitting on 4 base. There's the other base coming down 4. Mr. Chasing, smart move over there. Another base down here. Holy shit, the macro game is insane out of Chasing. Continues to get all these bases around the map. Protoss, at least at the same time, is trying to keep up as they drop another base down here. Speedlots running around their little tiny groups, because why not? You got 2 groups, both of them head around opposite sides, and they might actually snipe a hatchery. Let's find out. They see the hatchery there. These 2 don't see it. They're like, fuck, we're gone. They don't see the one up here, though. There goes that one. He canceled it in time. Lucky. And down here, Hydras. Oh, wow. The Hydra count has gotten real. The Hydra count is real. You may end up losing this one as well. You probably will put the cancel on it, I'd have to imagine. We'll find out. Oh, he does. There you go. Gains 207 minerals. There's the big army. That is a nasty. Hydras and groups are nasty. Especially if you put up the roaches in the front and they'll be your meat shield. Whew! This could get pretty gross here, especially if he holds position. Let's see what they end up doing. He's going to have that big group coming from, they're going to come in from this side. Oh, there goes the oracles like nothing. And now let's see what ends up happening here. On the back end, he's getting some production buildings. All these Hydras are going to town, but the splashdowns from the Archons, they love Hydras, I will say. Don't like roaches as much, but the Archons love Hydras. They will crunch them up pretty good. And yeah, there we go. Just melts that army. Not too shabby, but Chasing in the meantime has a lot of food count here. Still sitting at 160ish, so really didn't lose too much. Did get a couple production buildings. Really nobody gained anything out of that, really. Yeah, really. How many times can I say really? But yeah, there wasn't really nobody that came out too far ahead in that battle. There's a couple more hatcheries going down. Chasing's got to be feeling this, though, as he continues to lose one after another. Can't really establish himself any more expansions in the meantime. Or in the last little bit here. He continues to get harassed by these random speedlots zipping around the map. Here comes some more Hydras coming down there. And what do we have here? A lurker cocoon. There we go. So we will see some lurkers. If they're used properly, they could be nasty. There's a fireball. That sucks. Look at, holy shit. Oh, that looked like it took out like 5 Hydralists. Wow, that thing does a lot of damage to Hydras. He's just walled up here as the Protoss here. Lined up, which is what he wants to be. You don't want to get surrounded either, which other team you're on there. We're going to do a little bit of back and forth in the center of the map here. Both these guys are spending their minerals quite well, actually. It's actually looking pretty decent. There we are, level 3 for upgrades, as you can see. And almost all the upgrades for Protoss as well. He's going to continue to harass to maybe take out this base. It's going to be close. Got a bunch of dogs. He's trying to surround them. He is microing really well, is Armin. Decent micro. Warps back to base here. And there they go. They get out of there pretty safe. And they're back into here. And they will get shield battery right back up to full strength. We like that. In the meantime, Chasing building himself up an army. He actually pulled quite a bit ahead. Maybe not as much on the back end was happening for Armin because, yeah, Chasing's getting himself a lead with army count now, but they are heavy on the dogs. Dogs are a little bit more of a smaller, easier to kill unit. Gonna get gonna get himself some more spine crawlers down here. And there we go, lurker again. Love the lurkers. We'll see if he ends up using them, how well they do here. He might have already used them. I might have missed it. Yeah. Opponent, in the meantime, is keeping up. Armin is continuing to get his army. He's gone strong Immortals now. He's gone heavier Immortals than what he was earlier. So now we have more of an Immortal Archon Stalker here. He's gotten rid of the speed lots now. So we're really not going in the speed lots anymore. He's decided he's done with that. Opponent, in the meantime, with Lurker is going to be the scary part because I don't see anything other than the one Observer. So you might want to want to give himself at least 1 or 2 more Observers on the map here because once these Lurkers start dropping down, yeah, it's going to be trouble. Look at him. Here it is already. There it is already. 6 of them sitting there. He drops in the middle of a base and he doesn't have any Observer. You're in big trouble as a Protoss unit. All right, what's he feeling here? He is almost maxed out. It's going to be his move. It's going to be Chasun's move first here, I would imagine. But his opponent, Armin, in the meantime, he is also starting to get himself maxed out. Still going with that little group of speed lots around the map here. Likes his little groups of 4 and 5 speed lots. Here we go. Dogs are going to go up first. They're going to feel the brunt. Lurkers are going to hopefully go down in the meantime. There they go. And they're all down. Now they got to bait them in here. Armin playing it smart as he melts the dogs like nothing. Lurkers are doing 0 right now because they can't. And yeah, well, as long as he doesn't get baited down there. Oh yeah, there's the Observer count. The second he knew the Lurkers were out, the Observer count just shoots up. And now Armin pulling ahead here. As Armin might look to do a little bit of a push here. There's some Overseers. They'll go down like nothing. Well, it doesn't have a ton of Stalkers, but they will end up going down there. Well, yeah, that was very smart. Got the Observers out like crazy. Good reaction by Armin. Love to see that. In the meantime, we got our speed lot sitting over here. Armin is pulling well ahead of our Zerg unit Chasun here. As far as the supply count goes. I mean, we can go all day. It's felt that way. It's been a lot of back and forth. But I don't know if Chasun realized he could be a little bit behind now. That is a heavy, heavy presence of Immortals. My goodness. Yeah. This is actually going to be pretty scary because those Immortals will melt buildings really quick. And there they go. They're going to push themselves up here. And yeah, like I said, these buildings go down very fast. Immortals like to, they like to eat structures. Let's put it that way. There we go. That'll be ding, ding, ding. Almost 2-tap it. Oh, coming in the background. Is it going to be enough? I don't know about this one. He is going at him and oh, he got out of there. He does not like those Lurkers. He is going to get himself up there with the Observers. He's going to wait for him to unburrow here. Yeah, Immortals are just they're just buff. They're just bulky, man. There he is, got him there, but he can see them all is the problem. Look at, oh, this is not good. Chasun lost way too much there. Yeah, there's too many Observers. He's pretty much too prepared for the Lurkers. 141 to 58 in food count. He's getting attacked everywhere here. Speed lots everywhere. They're eating up all of his expansions. Does maintain himself this huge army. It does look like Armin might have enough to call her quits for Chasun. We'll find out. I don't know. I really don't. Is he going to lose himself a couple more turrets here? And he just got to push with this. You push with this, game's over. I don't think he knows that yet. In the meantime, a couple more speed lots in here. They're going to get pecked apart by the old spine crawlers. And back here in the main base, oh, he got the darkies going too. Ew, gross. Had everything. Just, wow. What a tough combination. My condolences to Chasun. Well played by Armin. Like, that was all over the place. A lot of moves for him strategically. And that was very, very smart. He mixed in a good mixture of units that was really tough to counter for Chasun. Well done, fellas. If I don't get another game up, everybody have a Merry Christmas. And I'll hopefully get a couple up on Christmas. You guys all take care.